Hey there, 6th graders. Let's do a little bit more with our ratio tables. So check out our first example. Create 4 equivalent ratios, 2 by scaling up and 2 by scaling down, using the ratio 3 to 80. 30 to 80. Big difference. But what I want to point out is, check it out, if I remove both of the zeros, which is code for if I divide both of those by 10, hey, I'm left with 3 to 8. And those are way easier numbers to deal with. So, I've got my ratio table, or I'm about to. Let's make it a little longer. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I know in the middle I have 30 to 80. And then to scale up, well, I could just count by 30s and go 30, 60, 90, and then count by 80s here, 80, 160, 240. But scaling down, if I count by 30, well, then I just go to 0, and that doesn't work. So that's when I want to use my 3 to 8 that I figured out. So I'll just put that 3 to 8. And then, why not just keep counting by 3s? 6, so counting by 8s again, 16. All right, let's check out the next one. So it's asking us to write a ratio to describe the relationship shown in the table. Now we could just go with 2 to 16, but I think you can look at that and know that that's not in its lowest terms. This was an easy one because 2, we know to put it in lowest terms we have to divide by the same number, and 2 we can only divide by so many numbers, just 1 and 2. So let's divide them both by 2, and we get 1 to 8. There's a good ratio. So taking a look at exercise 1, the following tables show how many words each person can text in a given amount of time. Compare the rates of texting for each person using the ratio table. So there's our new math word right there, is rate. So rate means a ratio where we have to use the word per. So think about a car. How many miles per hour does it go? So for every 1 hour, how many miles? So if you have per in there, you know that it's per 1. So here we're going to be talking about words per minute. And you're thinking like, but there's more than 1 minute there. So how can we turn this rate, 150 words per 3 minutes, into words per minute? Well, since we want per 1 minute, but we have 3 minutes, how do we turn that 3 into a 1? We have to divide it by 3. So then we get 1, and just like always, whatever you do to the top, you got to do to the bottom. So we have to divide 150 by 3, 50. So now we have 50 words per minute. So for Jenna, let's do the same thing. We've got 2 and we've got 90, and we want per 1 minute. So we've got to turn that into a 1. So we have to divide by 2. The 90 divided by 2 is going to be 45. So we have 45 words per minute. And then last we've got Maria. So just like we did up top, we have to divide by 3. Because we have 3 minutes here, and we want to turn it into 1 minute. Over 40. So now we can look, since we have all of these ratios turned into words per minute, now we can see who's the fastest. So you can see up here, Michaela's the fastest because she does 50 words per minute. Jenna and Maria are close, but 50 is still the fastest. So on this page, we're going to complete the table so it shows Max having a texting rate of 55 words per minute. Now you got to be careful when you're reading these because when it says per minute, the number that's not in there, but that's implied, per 1 minute. If it was any more than 1, it would specify 55 words per 7 minutes. But if it just says per minute, that means 1. So minutes 1, words 55. Then let's just keep counting by 1s in our minute row, 2, 3, 4, which means we have to count by 55s here. So 110, 165, and then 100, or 220. So all of these would reduce down to 55 to 1. All right, I want you to hop on front row until everyone's done with their notes, and then we will work on exercise 2 together.